Hi all, myself Beno Selpal from the SNS College of Physiotherapy. Today we can see about the sensory examination, that only combined cortical sensation. So first, combined cortical sensation is a combination of both superficial and deep sensation mechanism. So in these sensory, to require the extrareceptor and proprioceptors both, and also intact function of the cortical sensory association area. So what are these combined cortical sensation? We have a 7. So stereognosis perception, tactile localization, 2-point discrimination, double simultaneous stimulation, graphesthesia, and texture recognition, and last is diagnosis. So stereognosis means to determine the ability to recognize the form of the object by touch. So variety of small or easily obtained or familiar object to give to the patients, and that patient to recognize the shape or size of the object and name the object. So these can under the stereognosis perception. So that response, patient is asked to name the object verbally, and also for patients with impaired speech impairment or sensory testing sheet can be used. So this is the stand to மறைக்கிறது. ஸோ பேஷண்ட் வந்து அப்சர்வ் பண்ணி அந்த சைடு இருக்க ஆப்ஜெக்ட் பார்க்காத மாதிரி அவங்கள பண்ண வைக்கிறது. ஸோ தட் இஸ் திஸ் ஆப்ஜெக்ட். Next, tactile localization. So it's a determine ability to localize the touch sensation of the skin. So patient is asked to localize the specific point of the application of touch stimulation. So these used by the object like a cotton swab or fingertips is used to touch different skin surfaces. So response is from the patient. So patient asked to identify the location of the stimulus by pointing to the area or by the verbal description. Next, 2-point discrimination. So it determined the ability to perceive 2-point applied in the skin simultaneously. So measure of the smallest distance between two stimulus that can still be perceived as two distinct stimuli. So we can assess the 2-point discrimination by the instruments like aesthesiometer and also circular 2-point discriminator to measure the 2-point discrimination. So ask the patient whether to determine the perception of one or two stimulus. So this is the circular 2-point discriminator. This is the aesthesiometer. Next, double simultaneous stimulus. So it determines the ability to perceive simultaneously touch stimuli. So therapists simultaneously equal pressure to both sides of the patients. So they identify the location on opposite side of the body and also proximally or distally on the opposite side of the body, and also proximally distally location on the same side of the body also. So response from the patients to verbally state that perceive or touch stimulus and number of the stimulus. So next, graphesthesia. So in graphesthesia, so determine the ability to recognize the letters or numbers or design written on the skin. So mainly we can see in the palmar region or dorsal aspect of the foot. So like letters, numbers or shades we can draw on the palmar regions. So response from the patient asked to identify verbally the finger thrown. In case of the speech impairment, fingers can be selected from the drawing. So these type of graphesthesia we can use. So last is diagnosis. So diagnosis, so determine the ability to recognize the different weights. So weights, one side we can put a small object or small decrease in the weight and small size of the and shape, but of graduated weight is used. So place different weight in the same can one at a time or different weight in the each hand simultaneously. So patient responds to ask to compare weight to object, which object will be heavy weight. So today we can see that all the combined cortical sensation. So thank you.